Hello and welcome to another Inktober Halloween. This video covers the 5th through the 10th, and I'm sticking with the rules I've given myself for this month, resurrecting this sketch from about 7 to 8 years ago. I don't remember drawing this originally, but I'm guessing it was based on Lon Chaney's character from London After Midnight, or the Hatbox Ghost from the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, or maybe a bit of both. Anyway, I wanted to talk about why I'm participating in Inktober this year for my first time. If you've watched any of the videos from my Make Art Everyday series, you'll know that this has been a difficult year for me. The summary is that I've pretty much lost everything, and I have a lot of work to do to rebuild a good life, almost from scratch. So why am I throwing a 31-day art challenge on top of that? The simple answer is momentum, and I'll explain that. At about the same time I did this sketch originally, I was completely blindsided by a divorce. At that time, my health can only be best described as in the toilet. This was even after warnings I'd gotten when I had a small heart attack and a short hospital stay just a few years earlier when I was way too young for something like that to have happened. This is something I haven't really shared too much because I used to carry a lot of shame around it because I didn't want to be perceived as weak. I know that's silly because I think it's actually important to share. I should have taken it way more seriously, but it was the divorce that really kicked my ass into gear. So yeah, like I said, I was completely out of shape, and during that time I felt like I had no control of anything that was happening. Until it dawned on me that there really is one thing I can take control of when things go wrong: my health. So I started walking. And on my walks, I started really thinking. Skateboarding has been a really important thing for me a vast majority of my life, going beyond just a hobby. But I wasn't doing it. I had unintentionally quit. And I had a lot of excuses. I had moved from my hometown to a different state, adult life took over, the new friends I was making didn't skate, work, marriage, becoming a father, my wife didn't care about it, and now I was getting divorced. And because of that, I couldn't think of any more excuses to stop me. So I started riding again. And eventually, going out for walks turned into going out to run. I started skating again, 4 to 6 days a week, and a strength training and nutrition regimen soon followed. A few years later, I even entered a race through the downtown where I'm living now. Something I thought I'd never do. But starting all this was hard. My lungs were on fire, my whole body hurt like never before, and at first I was constantly tired and worn down. So I'd try to make excuses not to go on. But somehow I'd just open that door and walk outside. And instead of complete rest days, I would just schedule light days. I didn't stop. I kept moving, and it all got much easier. Next thing you know it, I'm middle-aged. And when I'm seeing other people around me my same age starting to decline, I'm in the best health of my life. Something I was very proud of. And I gained a reputation with the friends I was skating with as the guy who, quote-unquote, just bashes it. And just barely over 2 years ago, I was skating this bowl. It was a good day. I felt like I was unlocking a lot. But then I slammed hard on the concrete below. I fractured my tibia plateau on my right leg. My health had gone from 0 to 150 to an abrupt dead stop. It was a bad one. And my orthopedic doctor and physical therapist wouldn't give me any kind of a timeline for recovery. So I looked online and read that this kind of injury can take between 12 to 18 months or more to heal. In my case, it's been more. I lost a lot of progress I had made. But in recent months, I've gotten back on my board, I've been walking again, and I think I'm about ready to start running again too. And I'm restarting knowing the value of momentum and how far it can take you. And this isn't just in regards to health, this is about everything. I'm in a season of rebuilding my whole life, and if there's a positive takeaway from losing everything, it's that it's realigned me with my purpose to be an artist. And if you'll excuse me using this old cliche, we've all heard that a rolling stone gathers no moss. Well, I've made some progress. I've pushed my stone up to the top of the first hump, and now I've got it headed downhill towards a valley. But there's several hills and mountains in front of me that I still need to get it over. There's a version of myself that I'm trying to turn into a memory, but he's still pretty strong and knows how to be persuasive. He's trying to tell me how hard it was to get over that first hump, and that I deserve a rest, and I should ease that stone down to the bottom of the valley and take a little break to celebrate. But I know if I listen that any progress I've made has been for nothing. I know that if I keep pushing that stone even while it's not so difficult and rolling downhill, it'll start going up that next one and make the next climb easier than the first, and so on and so forth. And I know if I keep up the momentum, it's going to continue to get easier to face all the challenges to come. There's going to be a time when the ultimate dead stop comes for us all, that we don't get the chance to recover from. So until that day comes for me, I don't want to stop moving. And there you have it. That's my reason for doing Inktober this year. Hey, I want to thank you for watching. If you're interested in becoming a patron, there's a link down there to the right, and I've got a bunch of Patreon exclusive stuff over there. I'd appreciate it, and it'll help me make more stuff more often. And I'm a better contributor to the world as an artist. I suck at everything else. I don't know what to do. I'm terrible at delivering food, and I don't know if I can handle living in my car.